visiting Tigers from Urbana High School. And the home team, Irish. First, let's get the starting lineup for the Tigers of Urbana High School. Sophomore number 3, Kelsey Jackson. Sophomore number 24, Jerry Tempo. Sophomore number 23, Brandon Holman. Sophomore number 21, Carly Price. And freshman number 30, Gabe Mendo. And now it's the meet and greet. Irish. Forward number 11, Jack Wilderman. And a sophomore forward number 14, Jack Campbell. Now it's close by Stephen Bradshaw.
Before you guys break out, so a little bit of advice to him. I'm going to be hard to really see you that kind of step out of the business. I'll raise my hand. Perfect.
All right. Welcome, Peoria Notre Dame basketball fans, to the kitchen here for this JV game between your Peoria Notre Dame Irish and our visitors from Urbana. I believe it's the Tigers. I'm Rob Kenny, here with my longtime partner, Mike Plunkett. Mike, this is going to be a conference game for the JV and for the varsity following here. So this is one the Irish need to take, both at the JV and the varsity level.
Yeah, every game you're playing right now has to be not a must-win, but you're looking at the importance now as you're looking in a conference setting. And this time of year, we're mid-January now, so now you're really getting things established. And like I say every time I see a JV game, these guys are constantly trying out for the varsity levels, what it really amounts to.
These are auditions. This game takes place multiple levels here. All right, Jack Wilderman bombs in a 3 from the left corner.
That's a good sign, having Evan Wilderman come up with a basket right away, because he can score, and it seems like when he gets something going early, he gets it going pretty consistently.
Nice to see Jack have his first basket before his first foul. That's the only thing that gets in his way is he staying on the floor. When he's on the floor, he's a difference maker on both ends.
Yeah, he's been a little unlucky in some ways, and maybe just a little careless in other ways, but that's part of being a freshman and learning the system. But
a little bit of a wild Mustang out there.
But he's a good player.
He certainly is. Pleasure to watch.
That's a very nice job.
Beautiful pass down there. Yeah, pass down there from Thatcher Hogan down to Teddy LaHood for the layup for LaHood. Gives the Irish a 5-0 lead here early in this first quarter.
Nice move.
Nice
number
move
23, Brennan Coleman. Very nice spin move and just left it a little bit short.
Beautiful. You're right. It was a beautiful move here. The Irish starting off with the starting lineup with Thatcher Hogan, number 2, Teddy LaHood, number 3. That man right there, Jack Wilderman, getting his second bucket of the game. Number 10, Blake Maxwell, and number 14, Jack Campbell. That starting lineup there is giving the Irish a 7-0 lead here quick. A little less than 2 minutes into this first quarter. Beautiful, beautiful start for Coach Bradshaw and the Irish here, Mike.
Yeah, we started with a 3 from the corner from Wilderman, and then the last 2 have been just cuts to the basket, good passes, good, equally good catches and finishes. So, we're able to attack, and sometimes, you make a shot or 2 from the outside, and that opens things up, and one shot seemed to get it done, at least for right now.
Yeah,
so.
the ability to score out of running your normal offense to start a game just really
Yeah.
opens up everything just later on in the following quarters.
Yeah, one of the things that, you know, the high school game is a guard-dominated game. And when your guards are able to get the offense going and lead and direct and make passes like that, you're in pretty good shape. And that's, you know, our guards right out here. But basically, we have, you know, I guess Campbell you'd look at more of a forward, not even a post-up guy. He's just, you know, not tall enough for that, but he's pretty versatile. But otherwise, there's 4 guards out here who all are very competent, handling the ball, passing the ball, receiving the ball, and all those things.
They are announced that way by our PA announcer, John Cummings, as guards when they come out, start the game.
Oh, so you pay attention to John?
I do. He's sitting next to me. He can hit me.
Yeah.
So
I don't pay any attention to Mr. Cummings when he's doing the lineups. Good penetration, good kick out. Very nice rebound. That was
number 23, yeah, Brendan Coleman there. We saw him make that nice spin move, bring it coming up short. He fixed that short problem there with that putback, giving the Tigers their first 2 points of the game.
And this is always the test here. After a score, you get that full court pressure. And I'll tell you, Teddy LaHood has just improved and has grown so much as a ball handler. Just a complete player.
Yeah, it's just his confidence. The ball in his hand there.
Boy, that's nice to see Wilderman.
Jack Wilderman hits his second 3.
8 quick points for Jack.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Hits one from the left side, hits one now from the right side. His quick 8 points in this first quarter for Jack.
And, you know, you look at that play. Maxwell had a jumper in the lane, and instead of taking it, he kicked it out. And that's just, you know, Maxwell is going to, I think, is our point guard of the future. Not that take anything away from Thatcher or Teddy. They're going to be out there too. But I think he's a little more handle the ball first, pass first.
He's certainly shown it here early in this game. All right, the Irish come down with the defensive rebound.
Very smart move by Teddy. Just don't rush it.
Yep.
Clear it out. Not a great pass though, but
no, that live ball turnover to half court.
Yeah.
Just a killer.
Good defensive play by Tembo.
Cherry Tembo. Yeah.
Yep, that's careless foul there.
Shimbo.
Number 21. Kari Trice.
We'll be a little slow, folks, on the matching up names and numbers for the Urbana Tigers.
A lot of the numbers are there, and the names are there. They're just not together.
Yeah, they're just not in the same row or the same column.
And, you know, nobody told me I was going to come in here and think tonight. That's not – I'm going to have to ask Mr. Rudolph for, you know, a little raise here if you're going to require us to think.
JV
usually we just speak without thinking.
Basketball roster for the JV for the Urbana looks a little bit like you're just putting words into a crossword puzzle.
Good move by Jack.
Pretending that they match. Jack comes up short. Number 13 just in the game. Amari Breedlove for the Irish could not control the offensive rebound. The ball.
Tell you what, Amari Breedlove is a pretty good weapon to have coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I think he has played really, really well for us. Did a good job walling up, but a better play offensively by Coleman.
That's Coleman there, his second bucket of this first half, bringing the Tigers within 4 of the Irish, 10-6, getting down to the halfway point here in this first quarter. This conference matchup between Urbana Tigers and your Peoria Notre Dame Irish.
Way to stay with it, Teddy. There's what Amari can do.
Beautiful job. Great drive by Teddy. Couldn't finish it. Amari Breedlove, though, hauls down the offensive rebound and puts it back up. I love it when you see a guy not bring the ball back down.
That's right. And, you know, offensive rebounding is, you know, it's part instinct, knowing where the ball's going, but it's a lot of just hard work and effort. And Amari is really good at that.
Yeah. Number 24, Kevin O'Donnell, comes into the game, replacing Maxwell.
And O'Donnell's another one.
Campbell, I'm sorry.
He's been really, really good for the last few games, I think. I've really noticed how well he's been playing, giving us really good minutes.
Yeah, probably our closest thing to a traditional big man.
Yeah.
A traditional post player on offense and on defense.
I'll tell you, the stuff he does, if he was about 6'4", 6'5", he'd really, really be a weapon.
He may get there. The Irish turn the ball over there at the top of the key, leading to a breakout opportunity here for number 3 for the Tigers. Can't get it in there. It was Marcus Jackson. The Irish now You know, sort of slow break. Now they're going to pull it back out here and set up their half-court offense with Wilderman out front.
We got to be a little careful on those passes.
Those a couple of those been picked off here the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, and that's where you go back door. I was just going to say it before I could even say it. Wilderman got there. Oh man,
the ball defies gravity and does not roll in. Keeping this score at 12-6 Irish. Good poke away there for Blake Maxwell. Leads to a nice 3-on-2.
Good play by LaHood.
Teddy absorbs the contact, gets it up, going to earn himself 2 free throws.
That's Trice's second.
10, down here.
We got Teddy LaHood shooting 2. See, that's where I'm talking about Maxwell, the point guard. That mentality. He gets the ball to the right people at the right time. LaHood did a.
Down here.
LaHood made an excellent shot fake. Got the guy in the air. Almost had the opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, I've always said before, I love it when you invite the contact. You don't.
Yes.
It's just so easy to try to avoid the contact. Shoot a fall away, shoot a turnaround, something like that.
Well, I used to always say, I think guys would almost rather throw the ball up the rafters and get their shot blocked. And, you know, initiate that contact. If somebody blocks your shot and it's clean, you just you nod your head and say, good block, that's it, I'll get you next time. Most of the time, you're going to get fouled.
You'd love me as a player. I got my shot blocked, and it went into the rafters, too. So I did both
You
in
did
one
both.
motion, yeah.
You were the whole package.
I was absolutely a complete player, they call that. Teddy LaHood there with a big offensive rebound. Teddy's going to push it now himself.
Oh, good pass. My goodness.
Oh, very beautiful pass. Teddy LaHood down
and
to
Wilderman to come up and in one motion.
Yeah,
layup.
streaking down the right wing there. That was a beautifully run fast break for the Irish. Needs the 2 more points for Jack Wilderman.
That's a 10-point quarter, and we still got 2 minutes to go in this quarter.
And no fouls. We're going to see a lot more of Jack on this floor than we normally do in these
A
games.
little hand check there. That was, yeah, LaHood.
Teddy's proud papa there in the crowd.
Yeah. You see the LaHood Hogan family, which are my buddy sitting in front of Darren LaHood, Dan Hogan, who I worked with at Lindbergh. He was a math teacher there. He still is. Dan and Darren married sisters and both did very well.
I believe Dan Hogan actually dated my little sister in high school.
Really?
Still angry about it. Don't get me started.
Dan's a good guy from a really, really good family.
Yes, he is. LaHoods and Hogans. Tough to go wrong there.
Look at that pass.
Oh, just couldn't quite finish there. Teddy had a little more time than he thought he did.
Yep, he could have turned and squared up.
Yep. All right, Jack's now with a 10-point lead, first double-digit lead. There's a corner.
3 from the corner by
It's number
30?
30, looks like there. That would be Jaden Anendo. Good looking stroke there. Yeah, number 30, Jaden Anendo, number 8 on our original roster there.
Yeah,
Mike and I.
I can't read my own writing. That's my problem.
Beautiful stroke for that young man, Anendo. Brings his team. Oh, the Irish are gonna another live ball turnover out there at half court.
Not finishing the quarter the way we.
No. Quick little 5-point run here has brought the Tigers within 16-11 in the Irish here. That it just seems like we just briefly noted that first 10-point lead for the Irish, and boom, it's down to 5. It's been halved really quick on the three-pointer and a really costly turnover. That was a miscommunication from about 3 guys of the 5 out there on the court.
I think just looking at Urbana early, it's just one of these teams I think is going to be explosive. They're going to take some chances on defense. If they make the play, they're shooting layups. They don't make the play, you might be shooting layups.
Yeah, they definitely are into jumping the passing lanes out here in the back court. And I should be aware of that by now and be a little more careful.
Yeah, you know, it's sometimes things come easy pretty early. Then you get a little careless. You can't get careless for a minute in this game.
Yeah, quick 7-0 lead. And Irishman outscored since then.
That's good look.
Yeah, there's that deflection in that shot there. Yeah, that was number 10. That was Quamari Powell. I believe that's who that is. I hope that's who it is. Deserves to be recognized for that play. Oh, we got Brennan again there. Brennan Coleman. Just 6-pointer this quarter. Yeah, that's nice. He is very comfortable playing with his back to the basket down there.
He's a scorer.
Good comeback.
I like to see that pass fake. Make the defense good play by O'Donnell.
And
Excellent
Breedlove,
play.
yeah, excellent dump down pass from Kevin
And Amari
O'Donnell to Amari Breedlove.
Did exactly what you need to do. You read that and you cut to the basket. There we go.
And the Irish are going to finish it out here. Can Jack Wilderman get up? He is going to finish it. It's going to count, and he's going to get the free throw. That went in with about a half a second to go. Definitely counts. Going to give the Irish 8.
Foul was on number 23.
Chance to finish out the should be a shooting foul.
That foul was on number free throw miss 24 instead of 23, as we previously said. Thank you to the Urbana scorer for clearing that up for us.
Yeah, very nice job. All right, and that
we need all the help we can get and more.
that final bucket rather, led to a missed free throw by Jack Wilderman, but it gives the Irish a 7-point lead. They finished the quarter strong in the last 30 seconds. They really needed that because it kind of had gotten away from him there. But that was Jack's 12th point of the quarter.
Yeah.
Three 2-point buckets and 2 3-point buckets. That's a nice mix there for Jack. And like I said, no fouls. So we will see him on the court.
Yeah. Yeah, he's much more valuable to us when he's playing than when he's sitting. And
yeah, pretty sure.
I was the other way. But some guys have more value actually on the floor.
Yeah, I used to get standing ovations when I left the game, but it was because I was leaving the game, not because of what I did on the court.
Every bucket I scored in warm-ups got the crowd's attention.
All right, the second quarter ready to start here. We'll see the Irish with a 20-13 lead, 7 points up on our visitors from Urbana. The Tigers started off slow, but really picked it up there in about the middle 3 minutes of that quarter. Their defense got them some easy buckets, which then opened up their regular offense. The Irish started that first quarter strong. Let's see if they can't replicate that start here in the second. You got a long three that goes long.
O'Donnell's got to catch that pass, wasn't that
That's right. I know.
That was really a good look for Maxwell. We know he could make that shot. He was just strong on that one. And O'Donnell, like he's been known to be, he's there.
Yeah.
He's in the right spot.
I know it seems hard if you've never played basketball, but a three that airballs just surprises the rebounder.
It's the hardest.
It does. It gets on you so quickly.
It's almost like the more badly a shot is missed, the harder it is to get that defensive rebound. A little force there by Teddy.
Yeah, the Irish passed up a couple shots there. You hate to tell high school kids you're overpassing, but I really think they overpassed in that possession. Urbana now looking to solve this Irish defense. Irish. A nice
Thatcher
little 2-3
Hogan has
zone
proven
there.
to be a really, really good on-ball defender.
Yeah, he's nice to have at the point of attack.
Yeah, that's a skill. That's not something you take for granted. Well, I tell you, number 10's a nice player.
That is number 10, Quamari Powell. We've seen him with a steal, deflection and a steal down on defensive end, and now he splashes in the three-pointer from the left
he's done
baseline.
some nice things for him. Uh-oh.
A bit of an injury
Blake
there.
hurt.
Yep.
Oh, we've had a couple roll around.
Yeah, Kevin O'Donnell could not get that one to go. We got a wounded Blake Maxwell out there. He's going to have to get him out of this game here as soon as the Irish can.
Good play, Blake. Knock it out of bounds. I don't know if he intended to do that, but he's got to get out. He's hurting right now.
Yeah.
He's going straight to the trainer. And
twisted his ankle here out here on the in the backcourt about 35 feet from the basket. I think he just one of those odd things where he just caught an edge kind of.
I don't think it looks anything that's going to be too terribly serious, but I don't ever want to speculate.
Yeah.
Blake wants to play, and obviously we want him to play.
Anything that causes Blake to come out of the game on purpose is something that needs to be looked at. He is not an ask-outer.
So he gets the ball. Good play.
Yeah. Caught Brendan Coleman there. Was falling backwards there. That's why he couldn't get off that normal spin shot of his. Leads to an Irish turnover, or an Urbana turnover. The Irish take advantage of it here. try to score their first points of this quarter.
Doing a good job attacking, going a little high-low against the zone. Little trap going on here. If you can get that ball, reverse it. There's the good look.
That's
where it's effective.
That is not overpassing there. Beautiful, beautiful little pocket pass from Campbell to O'Donnell. He gets the score in, and now Jack Wilderman just takes.
Wilderman knows what to do with the ball when he gets it around the basket. Another timeout by Urbana.
All right, the Irish took a bit of the time to get their first points of this quarter, but they followed up the first bucket quickly with a second bucket there. O'Donnell scoring the first on a nice pass from Jack Campbell, and then Wilderman taking advantage of a turnover in the the Irish still turned the ball over while they were still on their offensive half, leading to a really quick bucket. You just see it right there.
I just love how Wilderman slows down. Nothing is rushed, and that's just a really, really good play.
Great example of his of defense turning immediately into offense.
Right.
There, Irish forcing that turnover on the inbounds pass, right underneath their basket, and wasting no time putting 2 points up on the scoreboard. That scoreboard now says 24-16 Irish with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I was a little concerned. We were 20-13 after the end of one. We had the ball to start the quarter. Next thing you know, it's 20-16.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, we don't want to let this thing slip away. And
we've certainly seen Urbana can score bunches of points in small batches of time. We don't want to give them a chance to do that. They get another three off there. That's their third three made by a third different person. Number 11 there, Javai Johnson, I assume. Kevin O'Donnell. Yeah, a little bit of a.
I think he was going for Campbell, and Wilderman thought maybe it was coming his way.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jack was expecting that pass either.
He wasn't looking.
He was clearing out on the baseline. Yeah, certainly Kevin O'Donnell can make that shot. Man, that little 6'8" footer, he's more than capable of putting that in. I'd like to see him just take that up, put it in off the board.
It's a very unselfish group.
Yeah.
These guys have gotten better in a lot of ways, but one of the things that I think they do, that they've learned each other, learned how to play together, and I think they really enjoy playing together.
Yeah, that overpass we were talking about earlier isn't because somebody's afraid to shoot. It's because they really, really would like their teammates to get the best shot. Jack Campbell buries a three from the left corner.
Love that shot.
Absolutely.
He shot that with conviction, no hesitation at all.
See here again there, just a nice simple pass from Thatcher Hogan down to Jack Campbell. And Jack just center cuts it. It gives the Irish an 8-point lead.
You know, it's not an easy game, but it's made a lot easier when you just do the simple things.
Get away with a little double dribble there, but they missed the shot. Jack going a beautiful job there, Jack, reading the room.
Yep.
Realizing he couldn't get any fast break going, so now the Irish will set up their half-court offense.
Get to a spot, Amari, perfect. That was beautiful. Right where you want to be. Just couldn't finish, but
the ball lost the handle of the ball a little bit. I think he thinks it was slapped out of his hands artificially. Great reaction by Wilderman coming from across the court when he saw that there was going to be an opportunity for a turnover. Let's see if the Irish can turn this turnover into points.
Good play by Campbell.
Oh, Jack too strong, didn't use the board. Gets the ball.
Might as well go to Wilderman.
Finds his way out to Wilderman, makes his third three of this half, giving the Irish an 11-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. Allows the Irish to put a little three-quarter court pressure on. I like that three-quarter pressure. You put full court pressure on, you're going to speed Urbana up, but I'm not sure you want to speed Urbana up if you're the Irish.
And if they beat you in the full court, they're shooting layups.
Yeah.
And we're just slowing them down.
Big number 40 puts up a
nice play.
soft shot there.
C.J. Blandon would
had
a little trouble corralling the ball at first, but didn't panic.
Yeah, he should have. Really nice touch there, that big man.
Good look.
Thatcher Hogan, great shot fake, ball fake to free himself, sidesteps to the left, hits his three.
Boy, that's a part of Thatcher's game that is, I think, just since, these few games since Christmas has just gotten better.
Yeah. I think.
Good job, Amari.
Just his confidence out there. Well, it's nice how he's just slipped in. You know, we lost Blake Maxwell there to that little ankle injury. We hope we'll see Blake again here before the day's over like that. Thatcher then slides into that lead guard, defender, defending guard role, and the Irish don't lose anything. No rhythm, no nothing. The Irish now up 12, 33-21. This is now the largest lead of the game. A little less than 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Now the key is let's finish the half.
Yeah.
It's 12 now. Let's make it more than 12.
That is a great find by Amari Breelove. Then the Irish finding open guys all over the place.
Look at Campbell finish
Jack Campbell eventually decides. Literally scored that from directly underneath the basket. And he's going to get him a reward of 2 points and a free throw. Irish now up 14 points, 2:05 to go. Free throw comes for Jack Campbell.
And Wilderman, you know, had the ball in the spot. He could have probably scored and
Yeah.
unselfishly gave the ball to Campbell.
Jack then scores the free throw. The Irish now up 15 points. You want to see this be at least a 15-point lead at halftime now, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, when it was 12, I said let's extend it. Now I'm going to get greedy. It's 15. Let's extend it a little
see
bit
if we
more.
can't get it out to 20. It's okay to be greedy. Christmas season is past. You don't have to
That's
pretend.
right.
You don't have to pretend to be good, decent anymore.
Now's the season to.
Beautiful
play.
beautiful
Campbell.
drive pass from Campbell. Yeah, Jack's really showing off his full court game here. Defense, offense, outside shooting, ball handling, distribution.
Make sure he's all right.
You got a little blow to a nose there, maybe. It's number 23. Brennan's got at least 6 points. Can't afford to lose him. He was really, really vital in keeping them in this game in that first quarter.
Good player.
Brendan Coleman, yeah, he's a fine-looking player. Trainer's going to come out, look at him.
Not sure where he got.
Yeah, we're looking at Jack
Where he
Campbell's
got hit. I don't
beautiful
know if we've
assist
got
there,
that.
Amari.
Coming up again. I don't know if we can see that again, but
Yeah, it just looked like a coming together of two
Yeah.
players in the normal basketball maneuver.
yeah, they're just going for a ball. Just not quite sure where he got hit or how he got hit, but
Good news is he's talking.
let's make sure he's all right.
Yep. Yeah, ill afford to lose him. Certainly for this game, but you don't want to lose him for anything more.
No.
You know, if it's a half, well then you're gonna have to do without him for a half. Check out his head, but he is a vital part of what they do.
21.
Okay, Dakari Trice.
Trice returns. He's got
Comes
2
in.
fouls. He doesn't want to get his third.
The Irish would like to get him his third.
Well, that trap spot they've been in. I've heard Coach Urbana coach a few times say, get out of that trapping spot. And
Yeah, that's,
easier said than done sometimes.
Coach Dawson is trying to will it to happen. They managed to do it that time, though. Getting down to a minute to go here in the first quarter. Oh,
That's a
beautifully
good
done.
pass.
Oh, not finished. Well, that was Trice coming in cold off the bench there. Maybe just didn't quite have his touch back with him.
Yeah, when you're not really expecting to come back in because you got that second foul.
Not part of the rotation. 45 seconds ago, and Irish looking to.
I was just, now I know that shot's off, but that's a really good play by Tay. That pass fake is so important.
Score remains 17 point Irish lead. Getting down to half a minute left. Good looking shot there by number 30, Jaden Anando. We know he can make it.
The last shot, either a really good one early or get the last shot, you're going even no less than a 17-point lead.
Jack Lyman Good has come into the game now. Jack's got the ball out top. There's a good job by Trice there. Jumped in that pass. Oh, I'm sorry, that was number 24. To Sherry Temba, who made that steal. Beautiful job disrupting what the Irish want to do on offense. Maybe he's not going to get his team any points, but he certainly kept the Irish from getting any chance at scoring. So we'll see. See what the Tigers can dial up here. Probably not going to be able to get anything much more than about a half-court shot. long three.
Well, that was a good pass. I
It
didn't think
was.
that was going to get there.
I didn't think they were going to get a layup
No,
out
that
of it,
was
but they
really-
managed to. They unfortunately missed it. It was really well done. 2.2 seconds, managed to go about 75 feet and
Yeah.
get themselves a layup. Unfortunately, did not go in for Urbana, which leaves the score at 38-21. The Peoria Notre Dame Irish over these Urbana Tigers. This JV conference matchup will be followed by the conference game between the varsity versions of these two schools. That'll come in about 10 minutes of real time. We hope you join us back then. We'll see you in a bit.
Peoria Notre Dame, developing the whole person. Body, mind, and soul. Providing Catholic education for over 150 years and counting.
All right, welcome back, Peoria Notre Dame Irish fans. The second half of this JV contest between the Urbana Tigers, our visitors, and your Peoria Notre Dame home squad in white, the Irish. Amari Breedlove grabs the first rebound of the second half. Irish up 17 points at halftime. I'm Rob Kenny here with Mike Plunkett. Mike and Irish came out strong in that first half, then faltered in the middle of it, and then finished even stronger than they started. That's how we got to this 17-point lead.
Yeah, led by Jack Wilderman with a game-high 17 points. That's quite a first half by Jack.
Very nice, very nice career.
Yeah, points came pretty, 38 points in 16 minutes in a JV game is that's not easy to do. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah, we should give a leak out fast break here off the missed three-pointer by Thatcher Hogan. Leads to a breakout transition layup. Bring the score down to 15-point deficit for the Urbana Tigers. Here they're going to have to slowly eat into this lead. There's no way you make up 17 points in one quarter probably, but they're looking to try to get this down below double digits, you think, here this quarter, Mike?
Yeah, you know what I would always tell teams, if we had a deficit like this, is we got to outscore them 1 point a minute. If you can outscore them a point a minute at the end of that third quarter, you got a shot.
Irish Coach Bradshaw there calls a timeout. Did not like the way the offense was sort of just passing the ball around the perimeter there. So the Irish come out the opposite of how they came out in the first half there. They came out, a missed shot, gave up the transition layup, which is probably what he's more worried about than anything.
Yeah, and
if I know Steven.
The age-old, talk is always, these first 4 minutes to start the second half are so crucial. And, you come out and you got a 17-point lead, and your goal is I always talk about this at the Bradley games. We get that first media timeout. If Bradley's got a 10-point lead at halftime at that first media timeout, you don't want it to be any less than 10.
Yeah.
And as you're looking at the other, your Urbana, you're saying, okay, we're down 17. Let's get this thing down to 10 or under going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of chipping away. And you don't get them all at once, but boy, those first 4 minutes can kind of dictate what direction you're going to go. If it goes from 17 to 22, you're in trouble. If it goes from 17 to 12 or 10, you're in business.
All right, let's see if the Irish can't get it back to 17 now here. They're only 2 points in the second half, been scored by Urbana.
Yeah, we're just a little sluggish coming out right now. We had some spark early.
Yeah, we got Thatcher Hogan just trips over his own feet there. He's going to get a travel call out of it. Thatcher just caught. Oh, well, he actually stepped on the foot of the defender.
Yeah, it just
Not much you can do about that. That's just unlucky.
No, things happen.
Yep. But it happened to happen positive for Urbana. And it's nice to see that Brendan Coleman's back in the game after taking that blow to the head.
Yeah, he's back at it, and that's always good. You never want to see anybody get knocked out of a game for injury.
Nope. Irish turned the ball over there, though. Amari Breedlove comes down with it. Then the Irish gift him back with a turnover. Yeah, we're a little loose here.
Yeah, a little sloppy right now.
Irish have their starting lineup out there with the exception of Blake Maxwell, who we saw go out with a turned ankle in that second quarter and has not been back into the game since.
Yeah.
So Amari has stepped in to
Blake
the
adds
starting
a lot
role.
to our squad.
He does.
Just sometimes you don't realize it until he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But that's a good pass, good cut by Amari.
Great pass by Jack Campbell. Tremendous catch by Amari Breedlove there,
and
too.
Finish.
That catch kind of – to catch what I like is that he caught the ball first.
Yes.
Because the ball was not in his shooting pocket, shall we say, when it first got to him. Irish
regain that 17-point lead. And boom, right now.
Good-looking three there from Jaden Anindo.
That's his second three of the night.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful-looking shot. We got a very good look at that. Right in front of us. Beautiful. 40-26 now. Irish up 14. Creeping down to the 5-minute mark.
That little high-low has been pretty effective.
It has. Jack.
And that didn't go. It was still a good shot.
That little 6-8-foot shot is so tough to hit.
I'd see a little dribble at number 30 and kick that ball to Wilderman. That'd be a way to get him the ball. There we go.
There's that.
That's been effective.
It has been effective there. Amari just misses his second. There's good chemistry, though, there. You're right,
bad
spot.
Yeah, it really
Campbell.
is, because Amari has figured out that when Jack's driving that baseline, I get to a spot, he's going to find me.
He is looking for, he is equally looking to dish as he is to score. All right, 4.5 minutes to go here. Irish up 14.
That was a little better. We got out on him a little quicker that time.
A little more of a challenge there. We know that we cannot leave Anindo.
We got to do a little better
alone.
job of getting the ball. See, dribble at. I'd like to see Thatcher dribble at 30, kick it down to Wilderman.
A short three there by Jack Campbell from the left side. Rebound comes down to Urbana. Jack Gambles doesn't get it. See if Urbana can take advantage. They cannot. Teddy LaHood comes up with the
Good pass.
The steal,
ahead.
gets it ahead to Thatcher Hogan. Thatcher lays it in with a left hand. Beautiful job. Thatcher took that all-important look over his shoulder to see where the defender was, and that told him how he was going to finish.
And LaHood threw it, where he's going, not where he's been, and that's so key.
Good job. Recovery there by Amari Breedlove. Shows you how old I am.
Amari Stoudemire, you brought us back a few years.
Yeah, I did. Hopefully Amari Breedlove's knees are better than Amari Stoudemire's knees were. He also needs to gain about 200 more pounds. The Irish do force a turnover there, so get a chance now to increase this 16-point lead.
Jack Livengood has returned to the game for the Irish.
Jack
the ball in a tough spot, and that was that was difficult from the minute it came his way.
He got greeted with a knuckleball right at his shins.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the game, Jack. Good job. Amari Breedlove, but
that's a good play. They salvaged something.
Yeah, they salvaged it with hustle.
Because I'm hearing Coach Dawson saying, reverse the ball. And when you keep it on one side of the floor, it makes the defense job much easier.
Certainly does.
Kick it right there. There you go. Just that pass makes the defense move that one extra step, and that creates things.
Ball hits Breedlove in the chest there. Can't quite get it up there.
A little frustration maybe on the part of Amari.
Yeah. A little bit of Jack Campbell too. That play will become as effective as it has been. This game will become more effective if Jack looks to shoot.
Yeah, every
shoots
now and
one
then
out
he's
every 3 times. You got to do that because otherwise they're not guarding your shot, and it makes it much harder for whoever he's dumping the ball off to.
The scouting report is he's penetrating to pass rather than score.
We know he can do both. 2.5 minutes to go, 14-point lead. We get a deep three. Goes wanting for Urbana. Teddy LaHood comes down with the rebound and trying to get a break out of it. Now the Irish will pull the ball back out, run their offense.
Good.
The Irish passed up a few shot opportunities here, looking for a better shot.
Yeah.
Passing up good, looking for great. That was a great pass out by O'Donnell there.
That's a good kick.
But this is good patience. This is not some of that overpass. Yeah, this is not that overpassing we saw earlier. This is patience.
Yeah,
going to get Jack
not bad.
Livengood.
That's pretty good ball movement.
Good shot.
End up with a three.
Gets an excellent look. Yeah, that was about 45 seconds of really, really patient, good passing. Gets Jack Livengood a wide open three, and Jack does what good shooters, good players do. He buries it.
Yeah, he caught it in rhythm, and it was no doubt. And even if he doesn't make the shot, it's the right shot. It's a good play. Well, he got some air under that one too.
Yes, he did. He's just, what coaches say, hey, God doesn't have to touch it.
That's right.
Whoever touched it other than Jack, they helped it go in. 17-point lead now for the Irish. Same lead they had at halftime, but there's a minute 37 left now here in the third quarter. Got to be happy with that. If you're Irish, we talked about it. I mean, you're always looking to extend your lead, but you have the same 17-point lead that you went into halftime with, and
if you're
80%
you're not
of
losing ground, you're doing all right. And we got a key player, Maxwell's out right now, so just kind of hold serve. That kind of affects your rotation a little bit, but
the Irish have been just the patience and the ball movement really is what impressed me. The Irish here these last couple of minutes.
And really a good defensive effort. We gave up 13 points in the first quarter. We gave up 8 in the second quarter, 7 so far here in the third quarter. So that's, Coach Bradshaw's got to be happy with that. We were a little sloppy offensively the first couple minutes of this half, but we've straightened that out as well.
Yeah, what I like, in the 7 points we've given up, there hasn't really been a run in there. There hasn't been 2 consecutive baskets given up without the Irish having good looks in between.
Right.
So As a coach, you're never going to complain about your team giving up single-digit points in a quarter. It's a really good recipe, ingredient in a recipe, I should say. All right, the Irish come out with a little bit of trapping half-court pressure. All right, good job here, going to make them reset. That was Kevin O'Donnell out there, our nominal big man, doing some nice work there on the defensive perimeter. Jack Campbell getting set to come back into the game here. Oh, all the world looked like it was going in, but it came short.
That's that rebound we were talking about.
Yeah, it is just so hard to do. Oh, we're going to get a double dribble there. Number 33 just could not. Yanai Taylor just could not get the ball to do what he wanted it to do.
No. Really good minutes. O'Donnell alive and good. Now we got Wilderman and Campbell back at the game.
Probably see this till the end of the quarter here. The Irish going to try to.
Little full court pressure. There you go.
Boy, the Irish beat it perfectly. Beautiful turnaround and pass. Quick thinking.
And Wilderman comes down, acknowledges Breedlove, and that's tell him good pass. They might give you another one.
The ball goes out of bounds there. A pass to nowhere for Urbana. Now the Irish looking to take a lead that is in the 20s.
And once again, we got to make ourselves available.
The Irish did a perfect job of beating this press last time. Now they're going to do an even more perfect job this time. Instead of assisting on it, now it's Breedlove who takes the assist to score.
And Wilderman gave a little screen on the away from the ball. Didn't allow the defense to get to Amari. Again, that was
Brennan Coleman now there. Again, nice to see him back in the game. The Irish 21-point lead now down to 19. See if the Irish can't score a third consecutive time here on the press break.
Yeah, they're pressing us right now into layups. Good move, good move.
Yeah, very heady move by both Campbell but especially Breedlove.
Now we can get the last shot, get the ball, or take that right there. That's a good shot.
There we go. There's that chemistry back on track. Campbell, 14-13. Campbell to Breedlove. We've seen that about 6 times. Going to get a last shot here for Urbana. It's going to go off the board. No good 3. Wilderman comes down with a rebound, and no time left in the third quarter. The Irish now have a 21-point lead. Well, we were happy with that. We had kept it at 17 from coming out of halftime, and now we're up 21. The Irish finished strong there. That the press really didn't do it. It was the Urbana coach Dawson was hoping it would do. It led to 6 points pretty quickly for the Irish.
Yeah, it's nice when you got 5 guys on the floor who are pretty confident handling the ball, passing the ball, catching the ball, and finishing.
Yeah.
And you think about it, if you want an offensive player in basketball, you want guys who can dribble, pass, and shoot. And these guys can do all 3 of those.
They can all do that. Because all they can do that, it leaves everybody else cutting and moving because if you're open, whoever's got the ball is going to find you.
That's right.
These Irish are really, really looking to distribute today. Leading to, obviously, good scoring game from Wilderman, but you've seen lots of guys scoring. I mean, Livengood just got onto the score sheet in that third quarter. I expect to see Kevin O'Donnell get on the score sheet here in this fourth quarter.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different guys have scored, and Maxwell hasn't scored. We know what a factor he's been.
Probably would have.
O'Donnell's only got 2. O'Donnell can play a game and not score a point. He's still so valuable to us. So many little things he does. So no, this is a same with Thatcher. Thatcher's got 2 buckets for 5 points, but Thatcher's been really, really good.
All right, 21-point lead for the Irish.
Should be the Irish.
Irish taking the ball on here. I'm going to have to.
21 who's going to check in.
Got in a little late.
Yeah, if you try to come in after that first horn, that's why they want to give 2 horns. You have until that first horn to get in the game.
All right. Jack Livengood shakes off a forearm shiver to the carotid artery there. Irish turn the ball over here, though, in the first possession of the fourth quarter. 21-point lead.
Foul on Jack Livengood.
Yeah, Jack did get
only the second team foul. That's only I think the second foul that's been called this half.
Never even, the thought of the bonus never even occurred to me in that first half either.
No.
It has not been a game filled with free throws, that's for sure, shooting or otherwise. Long three out of their normal offense for Urbana does not go. Teddy LaHood assumes control of the point in the Irish offense. Showing that good ball movement again. There's that weak side cut up to the free throw line is just always there.
So we're doing that. We get the guy high, and then that's either going to be a shot there, or you dump it down low. And we got a good shot there, just didn't go.
We got three cracks at it.
Yep, that's going to be on LaHood.
We're going to get a foul out front on Teddy LaHood for the reach. They're always going to call that on you when you're reaching, when you're inside arm. Bringing your entire upper body in across the ball handler. You know what? That's not going to go down as a steal for Amari Breedlove. He caused that.
That was a very good play by Amari.
It was. And when he realized that they weren't going to be able to make a play on it, he just pulled his hands back, let the ball go out of bounds, called a team turnover. He won't get credit for it, but he absolutely caused that. Wilderman taking his three from the right corner, doesn't go, but he follows his shot. Jack Campbell gets the rebound, and Wilderman gets the layup.
Yeah, really good play by Campbell. One, just going after the rebound, and then finding Wilderman, who, as a scorer would be, cuts to the basket.
Jack Livengood goes up, left hand from the left side after he steals the ball at half court. The Irish now with a 25-point lead, by far the biggest lead of the game. Everybody yelling at number 24 to shoot there. He was looking to pass, trying to be that's Timbo. He's just trying to find a better shot for his teammates. Irish, nice little triangle passing there.
Good ball movement. There's that baseline penetration, and Breedlove gets to the spot.
Yep.
That ball is going to go to Urbana.
Number 21.
Quinn Donahue enters the game.
21, Dakari Trice, who managed to win that ball back for the Tigers. 5:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. Irish comfortably in front, 25 points, turn the ball over, force a turnover again.
Good pass. That's a better shot for Wilderman. He's in rhythm and stepped in. The one from the other corner earlier, not quite as good. That's a good shot.
Rusty,
even though it
two
didn't
guys
go.
coming out on him. Yeah. Well, we've seen in that first half he can make any shot because he made every shot in the first half. Good closeout. Irish, good help.
Nice pass.
Very nice pass. Another big.
Blandon with his second bucket.
Yeah, another good soft finish for the big man there, number 40. All right, 5 minutes. Irish up 23. Looking to see this game out, finish strong. Going to get some people who don't normally see all that much of the court come into the game here.
A little bit, getting just a little sloppy.
A little sloppy, yeah. 22, Dylan Langhoff into the game, and number 20, Quinn Donahue into the game. Seems like the Peoria Notre Dame Irish never run out of Irish names to throw into the game.
You know what? Isn't that the truth?
Irish force their own turnover there. 4:40 to go. We still have Campbell to Breedlove. That's never going to change.
24.
Yep, going to get the foul. Again, kind of faked that. Thatcher kind of didn't know what he was doing, and it kind of caused the defender to get sort of caught up.
He faked out two people, himself and the defender.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah, and the only time all game Thatcher really didn't know what he's doing. Oh, beautiful pass, top of the key from Breedlove. Leads to a long three from Quinn Donahue. Oh,
nice move.
Nice move and finish there by number 21, Dakari Trice. Beautiful, beautiful finish there by that young man. And 3:45 to go. Irish up 21. Oh, beautiful cut. Number 20, Quinn Donahue finds Breedlove. How many?
Mari's had a good, solid game. That's 14 for him.
I don't know, he scored most of those points within about 4 feet of the basket. Good.
That's just kind of like the Tommy Graham thing. You know where know what your role is, and do it very well. And
yeah,
if you don't try to do anything more than that, you're going to really help your team. And Tommy's done that all year at the varsity level. Amari's get that down at this level.
Yeah, he's stepping into it as he gets more and more comfortable out there. And thank you, Amari, for illustrating just what we were talking about there with another 3-incher.
Don't wander away from where you're effective.
No. You get really good hands in there when you get those Kevin McHale hands. He just catches
That's a
the
good
ball.
Look.
Yeah. Number 40 was not looking for it.
Smart play by Thatcher. Didn't want to push things.
No reason for the Irish to be running the fast break here.
Nope, we're going to be probably, I don't know how many guys we have left on the bench. I'm not even sure what our roster is, but I'm sure there'll be some emptying of the bench shortly.
Oh, very nice touch pass there. Comes Donahue again, showing. Going to get the timeout here. Just for a rotation, get guys in off the bench. Can see O'Donnell come back into the game. Number 21, Thomas Mickles going to come into the game. Just a sub timeout. So everybody needs to get back on. Yep. Because the Irish call the timeout, they get to decide whether to use it or not. And they decided they only wanted it for subs, so Urbana cannot use it to have their players sit down. So 23, Nolan Dean into the game. And we're about to see number 33, Lucas Langen, into the game also. These are names that are not familiar to the game today, but they are familiar to Irish fans who've been paying attention in the last couple decades. Langen and Langhoff. Mickles.
Tough break. You get called for travel on a good hustle play.
Yeah. Kevin O'Donnell comes out. And aforementioned Lucas Langen comes in.
That ball should be Urbana's ball. That was a travel that was called, so a little confusion.
Yeah, Lucas trying to cherry pick down there and get himself an easy.
Well, you
find your points wherever you can get them.
You try.
A long three-pointer there. It's going to come up short. Good job there by Donahue, tracking down that difficult rebound we talked about. And we thought I was going to end the game there.
Number 3.
Shots
comes up with nothing.
Some of these shots that were going in the first, or at least close in the first half for these Tiger shooters, just aren't coming close here in the second half. Maybe fatigue. Get a long 3 from the corner. Goes long there by Donahue. Oh, another nice move there by Trice. Dakari Trice, that's his second nice finish at the basket here in this quarter.
Langen's going to get a chance to go to the line.
Beautiful pass and beautiful entry pass there by Nolan Dean. Let's see if we take a look. Yeah, look at that. Just hits only. Put it only where Lucas could get it.
Yeah.
Lucas does the right thing, goes up with it immediately. Going to earn himself 2 free throws. First one off the mark, just a little bit aggressive. Going to get a second one here. He's going to come with 1:06 to go. Irish up 59-36.
Attaboy.
Buries that. 60-36 now, the Irish. Lucas gets himself in the scoreboard.
Got a little smile on his face.
You should. That was a good-looking free throw.
You're supposed to have a smile. It's a game.
He did
have fun.
Yeah, he had a good post up. Took it up strong. Got himself 2 shots. Made 1. Oh, we're going to see Dakari Trice make one last play here. Maybe one more in him. That's a nice job. He's had a really good quarter. looking to steal that one more time. Let's get the ball in the Langen
good
again
pass.
and gets, great idea.
Yep.
But Trice is ball hawking now. He's not guarding his man. He's looking for steals. Why not?
He's free
got,
safety.
Yeah, he's got 4 of them this quarter, so why not? It's working. He's got his team 6 points off of that. All right, less than 20 seconds to go here. The Irish just looking to move the ball around, get a good shot, take it.
You know what? If you got a shot, knock it down. Usually you're not looking to shoot, when it's this situation, but heck, these guys don't get on the floor a lot. Let them.
Good job here.
They're going to hold it.
Yep, just going to hold it, and that will bring this game to an end, and it ends with an Irish victory, 60-38 over the visitors from Urbana. Congratulate the Tigers. Wish them well in the rest of the season. Certainly some these JV players we'll be talking about on the varsity here in a year or two, Mike.
I think so. There's some kids that you can really see.
Yeah, I think with Trice and Coleman, definitely.
Yeah.
23 and 21, they're definitely going to be contributing on the varsity level.
Yeah, you can just see they have what it takes to be a varsity player.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the ingredients are there. They just got to find the right way how to mix them up. All right, we will now look forward to the varsity game. See if we can't get a program sweep here. The varsity will take on the varsity from Urbana Tigers. A conference game for the Irish that will take place in about 15 minutes or so of real time. We will rejoin you after the prayers and introduction of the Irish starters. I'm Rob Kenny. Along with Mike Plunkett, we'll say goodbye for the JV portion of our broadcast, and we'll say hello again, hopefully, to you for the varsity portion here in about 15 minutes.
I'm Mia Woolsey,
And I'm her husband.
with a questionnaire to help you pick the right Christmas gift.
Question. Are you looking to express how crazy in love you are?
And would you prefer your gift express that forever?
If you answered yes to both,
The Diamond Gift Set.
A pair of lab-grown studs and matching pendant, 1 carat total weight that'll make them weak in the knees and tingly all over. All for just $9.99.
Only at
Jones Brothers Jewelry.